Most people would feel embarrassed if someone caught them doing this, yet millions of people do it every day. In the shower, during long walks, late at night when nobody's around. They talk to themselves, and according to psychology, that might be one of the most revealing things a person can do. Because what someone says when no one is listening often reveals who they really are. For decades, researchers have studied self-talk, and what they discovered surprised many people. Talking to yourself is not usually a sign of loneliness. It's not a sign of instability either. In many cases, it's a sign of self-awareness. But there is also a darker side, because the voice inside your head isn't always your friend. Let's explore why. Psychologists call this behavior private speech. It's the habit of speaking your thoughts out loud. Children do it naturally. As people grow older, most learn to hide it. But some never completely stop. And that may actually be useful. Research has found that people who speak to themselves using their own name often regulate emotions more effectively and make better decisions under pressure. Why? Because they create distance between themselves and their emotions. They become both the thinker and the observer. Sometimes the mind needs to hear itself before it can understand itself. There's another reason self-talk matters. Elite athletes use it. Surgeons use it. Many highly disciplined people use it. Psychologists call it self-directed speech. Studies suggest it improves focus, performance, and emotional control. When you say something out loud, your brain treats it differently than a passing thought. It becomes clearer, more organized, more difficult to ignore. In many situations, self-talk isn't a sign of losing control. It's a sign of gaining it. But now we reach the darker side. Not all self-talk is helpful. For some people, the harshest voice they hear is their own. Psychologists call this negative automatic self-talk. It's the inner critic that constantly whispers, "You're not good enough. You always fail. Why would anyone choose you?" These thoughts rarely appear from nowhere. They are often echoes of old experiences, old criticisms, and old wounds. Over time, outside voices become inside voices, and many people don't even realize it's happening. The conversation runs quietly in the background. The real question isn't whether you talk to yourself, it's what that voice has been saying for years. Psychology also reveals something else. People who frequently talk to themselves often have rich inner worlds. They question decisions, replay conversations, search for meaning, and view situations from multiple perspectives. That can be exhausting, but it can also create deeper self-awareness and stronger emotional intelligence. The world may call these people overthinkers. Psychology often calls them complex. And sometimes there is one more reason people talk to themselves. Loneliness. Not the kind caused by being alone, the kind caused by feeling misunderstood. Sometimes a person has never found someone who truly listens without judging. So they become their own companion, their own witness, their own safe place. And for a moment, self-talk fills the silence. So the next time you catch yourself talking to yourself, don't dismiss it. Ask a different question. What has that voice been telling you? And have you ever truly listened? Because the most important conversation you will ever have is the one happening inside your own mind. The people who examine that conversation often become the most self-aware people in the room, or the most haunted, sometimes both. And if this felt uncomfortably familiar, you're probably not alone. Subscribe for more psychology insights that help explain the parts of yourself you've never been able to put into words.